What's going on, boys? It is day number 4 of reading through the book of Isaiah. I hope that you are or have been sticking around through this whole series of reading through this book and the past series that we've been doing. So for today, we're going to be looking at a very short message that's going to be given by Isaiah. The whole chapter of this series, really, if you don't count the ending from yesterday, is only 6 verses. So very short, but I really do think that there is a very important message that is given that really kind of signifies the Lord and what we can really define as protection. Protection from harmful things of this world, harmful people, harmful events, stuff like that, spiritual and physical. So it's going to be a pretty short video. But I think tomorrow will be much longer as chapter 5 goes on for a little while. So for today, we're going to be looking at the verses that I felt were a calling to me, were verses 5 through 6. So Isaiah says, "Then the Lord will create over all of Mount Zion and over those who assemble there a cloud of smoke by day and a glow of flaming fire by night. Over everything the glory will be a canopy. It will be a shelter and shade from the heat of the day and a refuge and a hiding place from the storm and the rain." So this title of this passage is called The Branch of the Lord. And another way of looking at it is God is always willing to shield us from situations that we can't handle on our own. So whether that's, things like the weather, for example, where I'm in right now, in eastern North Carolina, it's just constant raining. I mean, I feel like I'm in the middle of a rainforest and just every day. But I know that I have a home to live in. I have, supplies in my home to keep me going. And I know it's because of God. God has supplied me with the essential materials. He's supplied me, and I know that, some of us are in different scenarios. Some of us live on our own. Some of us live with our spouses. Some of us are the head of our families. Some of us still live with our families. Some of us are just kind of following what our parents tell us to do, which in that case is me, because I still live at home and my parents are still kind of, they are the head of the house. But at the same time, I am grateful that, God has given all of us in my house the ability to continue moving forward, regardless of what's going on outside, And then I feel like that's how God is in our life. He wants us to embrace Him and choose Him to be with us. He shades us from the heat of the day to prevent us from overheating, to prevent us from getting dehydrated and getting sick. He provides a light for us at night when we can't see, because on our own we're nothing, we can do nothing. And I really do think that God is always willing to call us into His kingdom, and He wants to guard your heart from the harmful aspects of this world, both physical and spiritual, because there's some crazy people out there that are just always trying to, shoot anything they can, anything they can get themselves into. And then spiritual, there's a constant spiritual battle. Satan is always trying to get at us, whether it's temptations or thinking negative thoughts about other people or judging or being jealous or speaking bad language, whatever it is. There's just this constant ignition that's trying to be given to a fire. So my messages today is, remember that God is always listening to your prayers, and He will listen. He will answer your prayers, and He will not let you be put in a position that you feel that you can't do anything, because I promise you, God knows that you can't do anything about it. He knows that, and He's not just going to let you fail. He may let you, you might suffer, but that's to make you stronger. It's for you to realize that, you can't just think that you can do it all on your own. We need God. We need Him in our life. And that's why we have that special connection to Him through Christ. We have the ability to, speak directly to him and hear him speak back to us when we sit back and just kind of in silence on our own, and we get to hear him talk to us. And sometimes it may not be right away. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it may take a little while. But that's the special thing about God, is that God doesn't go off our time. He goes off his own time, because it's right and it's perfect. And that sometimes that means we have to just be patient. Don't get cranky. Don't get, angry. Don't start cursing. Just be patient. And sometimes patience is just part of life. Nobody likes patience sometimes because they want an answer. Believe me, I wish I knew the answers to everything. I wish I didn't have to wait on certain things. I wish I didn't have to wait to go to these places. I wish I didn't have to wait to do this thing. But I can't. I don't control certain things. There's just certain things I don't control. I control what I do. I don't control what other people do. Other people are their own things. But just remember that God is always, he is the protector of your life when you accept him through Jesus Christ. And he's willing to, reveal to you so much potential that you have when you begin to lay your life and realize that you can't do anything by yourself. You can't fix yourself with yourself. But that is today's word. I hope that you guys have had a great week, and I hope that you guys have a really great weekend. Peace out, boys.